they say Walt Disney's like Frozen or something. I was
I've heard this.
Maybe that. Do you guys know anything about it?
I don't. I wish. You're like, tell me.
The channel
hasn't told us.
White Lotus.
Yes.
Do you watch White Lotus? I mean, who doesn't?
Who doesn't? This is the biggest show.
Everyone does.
Not everybody does.
What?
There was rumors you were going to join.
I think I started those rumors.
Did you start it? I'm like I could be on the show.
Was it true that you were offered Hannah Montana?
Her name is Trish, she's got the dish and all the gossip's filthy rich, pretty and pink, hot topic queen, and says what everybody thinks, she's just Trish.
Welcome back to the Just podcast. We are so excited. Today's guests are icons in their own right, Disney Channel stars, and also about to go on a tour in just a few days. The icons, Aly and AJ.
Hi.
Hi, this is so exciting.
It's so good to be here.
This is like so surreal to see because I feel like we talked about you on the show so much, and then we saw you guys lip sync a TikTok from the show, and we were gagged. We're like, Aly and AJ know who we are.
We were
Full
gagged.
circle.
When you guys were talking about Easy A and you hilariously were like, who's Aly Michalka?
Aly Michalka. I love every single
Who's
person
Aly Michalka?
from Aly and AJ.
Oh,
Emma
right.
Stone is perfect.
That's crazy.
It's so
And
funny.
like the way you say it, we were cackling because people know us more as Aly and AJ
Yes.
as opposed to like Aly Michalka, AJ Michalka, and we were like, literally. I mean, this is all thanks to our lighting tech who goes on the road with us.
He's a huge fan. And
Shout
he was
out,
like,
shout out to Jacob
Jacob.
Wesson. So he was the one who saw this originally and sent it to us and was like, you guys need to duet to this. So then we did the lip sync, and then this is how we're here.
Oh my gosh. No, you're iconic. We used, obviously, your Sound the Potential breakup song like so many times. Like, I mean, when that was big in 2020, did you guys ever do the trend, like the one where you like do the awkward millennial pauses?
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
you've done?
we've done
did,
it.
and we met the moms
We met
who
the
started
moms. We've seen like all of the ones that like blew up. We were watching, or we were sent them. Like at first we didn't know what was happening. And
We
then-
didn't have TikTok when 2020 hit.
Yeah.
And Potential
didn't
had
have
a
it, yeah.
resurgence.
So how did you find out about it?
just friends, like girlfriends being like, have you seen this? Or just sending a video being like, this is a really funny one. And we were like, what funny one? What do you mean? Like, this is one of many?
Right.
We were confused.
Like
So
the one in the
viral.
dental chair with the baseball players, and then the moms in Chicago, and then the girl on the train in London. Like there were so many that were starting to take off.
Yeah.
And we were like, we need to join this. So
Is
we
that when
finally-
you joined then?
Yeah.
And was your first one that?
yeah. First one was that.
Love
Yeah.
that. What were you thinking? Were you like,
We were so confused. We were like, we don't understand how this platform works.
just lost millennials.
So lost. And then over time, like we got the hang of it, and we were like, oh, this is not like supposed to be perfect. It's supposed to be funny and raw and real. And I think that's the charm of TikTok.
Yeah.
it is so good. And your TikToks are like that. Like I was like looking, because you have like a joint TikTok account. Do you come up with the ideas yourself, or do you have someone be like, you should do this? Because you're so on it. You're so on the button with everything that's like trend.
That's
yes.
nice.
I feel like all the sounds you use are so like
that's
niche
good.
and like
Okay.
yeah.
Wow.
It's a mix. Like we have some people that will like text and be like, hey, what would be some good ones? But like a lot of times it's just us seeing something funny and we're like, oh, we should do that,
Yeah.
or something served to us. And then
Allie's our TikTok momager. Like she's the
I'm
one
the
that kind
momager.
of.
Oh, really?
She's
Kind
the
of,
TikTok
kind
stage
of,
mom.
kind
Like,
of, yeah.
I mean, I say that like lightly, but like when we're on tour, she'll be like, oh, we got to make a TikTok. I got 3 ideas. And I'll be like, okay, let's
like,
go.
okay. I'm like, we got 20 minutes. Let's do them.
She's good at it.
That's impressive. So like you get glam done, and then you're like, we got time to do a TikTok
Yeah.
before performing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot of energy. Do you guys do meet and greets at your shows?
We do.
Yeah, we do. We do
so
it
you-
before.
Wow. So what time? Because I did like a mini tour, not like your guys' tour. I did a mini tour last year, and you have to get there at like 2 p.m. to like glam, do the meet and greet.
Right.
I never have time to do TikToks. Like that's amazing that you have such a schedule.
Did you do your meet and greet before or after?
Before? Yes.
I feel like after you're just like
Tired.
You're tired. You did your thing. You're sweaty.
Yeah.
You're like, who wants to like meet people like this? It's like
Yes.
your makeup's all
fresh and yeah.
I feel like we have a really good schedule now on lock because we've toured so much that we have a very clear idea of like when we're going to arrive. We're fully glammed already. We jump into sound check, then we do our meet and greet, then we go hang out and eat, and then we come back for the show. So like we found time to like not only do stuff for social media, but like also just have a life and like go get a meal.
Wow. Because you guys do a bus tour,
shove a lot
right?
in.
Yeah.
Always have done a bus tour. You never done the in and out.
Always bus.
Yeah.
Wow.
Other than like if it's a one-off and you're flying into that city and then you just leave.
I see.
We love living on
But
the
we
bus.
love the bus.
I need to know about this because that sounds like a dream. We always did a fly in, fly out on like weekends and stuff like that. Sounds like a dream to do
You
a
would
bus
have
tour.
fun like decorating it, I'm sure.
Really?
You would probably go
Yes.
nuts.
Okay, because are you all on one bus?
We're usually on 2. But for some tours, if it's like a smaller tour, smaller run, we'll do one bus.
Are you together on a bus, or you have your own buses?
Together. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And so you like I guess my fear would be like getting sick of anybody, I guess. But
yeah, I mean that's always the risk that people drive you a little nuts. I guess that's what days off are also for, you know, where you can be like, okay, I'm gonna go and like do my own thing for the next 8 hours, and like I'll see you later this evening, when bus call happens.
But it's a fun life. Like our band and crew, it's like family. Like at this point, our drummer, who's now been with us for a while, I texted him the other day and I was like, get ready. We're going to be flossing every night before bed, because he's the guy that gets me to floss. He was dying. He was like, oh, you know what? I'm at CVS right now. I'm literally buying floss sticks. I was like, hell yeah, Ben. Like that's the camaraderie. It's so dumb.
Yeah,
but these people become your family. Like they really do.
You spend so much time on this bus. What number tour? Because you did 6 studio albums. What number tour are you guys on with this new One Places to Run?
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. I mean, I think probably at this point there's been like probably a dozen.
Yeah, easily. I think since coming back to music in like 2017, this is probably like 6.
Yeah, this is probably like 6.
Yeah. So probably like 6 when we were younger.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. What was the hiatus? You said you came back in 2017 and your first album was 20 years ago. So how long did you guys take of a break?
10 years.
We took like a 10-year break, which is kind of crazy. It almost doesn't feel like it was 10 years because we were working on all the acting stuff. So like a lot of the projects I think that people associate us with happened in that time frame, funny enough. Outside of maybe like a couple Disney things, but really anything that was like post Disney is all the stuff that we kind of did in that time frame.
Wow. Do you have a preference, acting or music?
I really love both, and I have like such a heart for both, but the music is really like it's really where it's at for me. Like being on stage live every night, playing in front of fans, it's so much fun.
You get like a rush.
The instant gratification of that and that love and energy you receive in real time. Like being on a set is great, but then you might not see the project for months later, and you might be really surprised by how it turned out. It might not be anything you imagined, which can be kind of upsetting.
I think that's the hardest part about like being an actor, is that
you have
you're
no
kind
control.
of like at the mercy of how they roll out the film, like whether that's like the edit or the cast, or like when it's put out, how it's marketed, like all those little tiny things that you like have no control over.
Which is why so many actors end up becoming producers.
Oh, so then you get a say.
Yeah, so you can have a little bit more control, or why they are like, I want to be a producer and I want to also direct it, or
write it,
like. So I think that's the hardest part of being an actor, is that you're creative, but it's not all your creation. You're like a little small puzzle, and your creation could be really brilliant, but in like the wrong setting, you could be like, this was a great film, like it was a great script, it read great, on set chemistry and everything worked, but like the edit of the film like just doesn't do it justice, or whatever.
Is there any projects you thought of that you're like, oh, this could have been great, that come to mind? You don't have to say if you want.
No, there's definitely things that like I think in hindsight I'm like still proud of, but I feel like there's like an even better version of what that project was out there in my mind. I'm like, oh, that like if we'd only splurged on like these things, or if they had focused more on this part of the storyline and instead, didn't focus on this weird thing that like took all the characters in this strange course.
I feel like Ally's totally right that you really don't have a lot of control at the end of the day, but I feel like everything I've been in, anything that I felt on set, I kind of had a feeling wouldn't be great, ended up not being great.
Oh, interesting.
And then anything that I thought was really wonderful actually ended up being really solid. Wow. So I actually feel like I've dealt with...
It's almost like you saw it coming. You're like, yeah, this is going to be a weird scene.
I don't think there's been one project where I'm like, oh, this is going to be amazing. And then I saw it and I was like, what? But that happened. It happens a lot.
But that's good. You're like committed. You're like, you feel weird about it. And you're like, I'm still going to commit to this
I'm still going to do it.
Yeah. Like, I'm here for another 30 days.
Yeah. Or you might love the character and you're like, this is a great opportunity for me, but I don't know if the director knows what he's doing, but we're going to have fun. Let's go.
You know what's great though too is like over time, as you guys have probably seen now, you've been like in this industry for like 20 years, is like sometimes they become like cult favorites, Yeah,
that's true.
Like something you may not think was like all that amazing. Yeah. I think we see that a lot even with Disney Channel. It's like all the stuff was amazing, but like rewatching like a Cowbells, for instance, you're kind of like, this kind of ate actually, because you think of like silly Disney movies, and you're like, it's kind of good.
There's ones that are like really bad that are like unwatchable.
There's
and you're
some
like,
that don't age well at all.
The Disney Channel ones?
Some that don't, but I feel like there's some if you go back, you'll watch them and you're like, this actually doesn't make that much sense as a storyline.
But others do.
Then others, you're like, okay, this works.
Oh, I'm like Smart House, Xenon, like all
those.
those.
Xenon works.
Those
through
work.
and through. Smart House. I haven't seen Smart House in a really long time, but I feel like Xenon we always loved Xenon. Like,
But Smart House is Katie Siegel, so it's like
that's true. It's
pretty
a
badass
legit
lead.
actress.
And that the boy that was in it, who's in Luck of the Irish, remember that
Yes.
one too?
Dan Merriman.
Did you know
Yes.
him? I loved him. He was
Didn't
my
know
fave.
him, but I know
Didn't know
exactly
him.
who.
Old. He was older than you guys.
I feel like a good one, for example, was like Now You See It. That doesn't all have a good wrap up the way that movie. It's like
Yes.
it's kind of missing some stuff. You're like, are there some scenes that were
Yeah.
cut? And there weren't. It's just like that was the script.
Oh,
Oh,
interesting.
that's a good point. That one loses me a little bit in terms of
Somebody
story.
mentioned that online. They were like, did you ever realize like there's like not that much magic actually in this magic movie?
Yeah, there's hardly any magic
Yeah,
in the
actually,
movie.
you're really right. Probably because we didn't have a great budget for
No
it.
budget.
That's so
No budget
interesting.
fun.
But
you know
hold
what? I think the isn't there a Now You See Me movie that's
Oh,
magic?
like the magic movies? Yeah.
They could have taken from Now You See It.
true. They could have been
Like there was
inspired.
inspiration there, and they
Oh,
made
for
like 3 of
sure.
those.
You're right. There's 3. Yeah.
it's
I
a
don't
legit
think I ever
cast.
saw them.
I
It's
didn't
all
either.
magic, right?
I didn't either. It's all magic,
It's,
and I think they had a budget for magic.
It's like Dave Franco, Isla Fisher.
Yep, and the
Yeah.
dude from Social Network.
Yes.
Jesse Eisenberg.
Yep.
Yes. Oh my God, that'd be crazy if it drew inspiration from a Disney Channel.
They might
Who
have.
knows?
With all the nostalgia happening, obviously, like Hannah Montana is doing their 20 years. She's like doing something
Oh,
now.
yeah,
Where-
yeah.
Did you see she's in her full Hannah
I
Montana?
saw paparazzi photos of her in a wig.
I was
Yes.
hoping she would do that.
Would you guys ever do that? Revisit like Phil the Future reunion or Cowbells too?
Sure. I mean, so much of the
would.
cast like are in different, like careers now, which is actually really interesting. Like not everybody ended up staying in the business, but we're all still buddies. Like me and Raviv and Amy are like buddies. Like
Oh.
we message, we text, we like hang out.
Just as
Yeah.
people, you're never like, let's get a reunion together.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like Phil was successful, but it wasn't at the level of like Hannah or like Lizzie. It was kind of like it flew a little bit under the radar. I think it was also like it was a quirky show, given that it was about a boy from the future. So it's very
it was
specific.
big because I was very
yeah.
not in touch with the Disney Channel after I'm like a little older and
I
like
think people would want to read.
yeah, Phil the Future was definitely one that was like on the radar. So I think you
Well,
underestimated.
Disney. I don't know if Disney. If you're
mean-
into it, I don't know what the storyline would be. It's like Phil stayed in the
Or
the
he
future.
comes back and takes
back
Keely
in the
with
present.
him.
I don't know. Yeah.
What year was it
We would
supposed to
do a
take
Cowbells
place?
too, I think.
Yeah, that would be
We would.
everything.
We would be
do
open
that.
to it. We've talked about that more and more.
Or like
feel
it's
like-
our daughters who now work in the factory.
Wait, that's actually so cute. Oh my gosh, that reboot should happen, especially because you guys could sing in it and stuff like that. Do a whole new album and soundtrack.
Right.
That
It could work. It could work. There could be a storyline where like I don't know.
We went on tour.
They became musicians or something after saving the dairy farm. I don't know.
Wait, that's so
Cute.
cute. It's giving Hannah Montana. Was
writes
it
itself.
Yes, pitch it. Was it true that you were offered Hannah Montana?
I was. I don't.
true.
I mean, I know it was very soon after Phil rapped, and they were looking for like the next shows. And I think at that point, like I was like 16 and a half, maybe 17.
Okay.
So definitely older, I think, than Miley was probably at that time. And I don't know. I just felt like it didn't make sense. Like I think it was all meant to be the way it is. And this is for so many projects. Like you look at people that were like originally supposed to be cast in it, and then it goes to someone else, and you're like, whoa, that's so weird. But that was supposed to be that way. So I feel like, yeah, there's no regrets there. I just didn't, I don't know, for whatever reason, I didn't feel like I needed to spend more time at the channel at that point. I felt like I had done what I kind of needed to at the channel and was looking for, different projects. And also,
Disney.
yeah, at Disney. And
channel.
I know I always say the channel.
Everyone
Can
who's
we say
been-
Disney or no? I don't know.
Disney.
Everyone
No, I always
who's
say
been
Disney.
on the
Yes,
show
I always
on
say channel.
TV there always says channel.
Oh,
Like it's so
interesting.
weird. It's I hear it from
maybe
so many
it's because
people.
of the way that like it's talked about.
channel.
Like that's just like the channel.
Oh, okay.
It's so funny.
so
That's
funny.
so
But
interesting.
like
Yeah.
you say
I was like,
Disney,
what's
which
the-
Yeah, you're like, what's the channel?
Yeah, so you were just done being
like a cult.
Disney, right?
Yeah, it does sound like a cult. Yeah, and I think like at that point too, I had done, a show where, although it doesn't even actually seem like that long, it was, I think, we did 2 seasons, so it was like 2-ish years, plus the pilot or whatever. So it was like maybe, contractually like 3 years of having been, on the show.
It's a long time for a
Which is a
young
long time for a
person.
young kid. But in my mind, I'm thinking 3 years is nothing,
So you're like 14 to 17 when you did the show.
Yeah,
And those
yeah.
are like pivotal years. Those are
Yeah,
like puberty
totally.
years. It's like growing up and changing
Yeah,
and
yeah,
hormones and
Yeah.
wow, that's so wild. And you were gonna be. They had pitched maybe that you'd be the friend, Emily Osmond's character.
Yeah, well, that had after Alli kind of not pushed back, but kind of showed that it wasn't necessarily the route she wanted to take. That was how they kind of sweetened the deal.
They were like, maybe she could be the sister, and it was like, or I mean, the friend,
friend.
and we were like, but we're sisters.
I kind love that though. That's so fun.
it's
the nepotism is great too.
That would have worked, I feel like,
It was
more.
total sister nepotism.
Like, that
I
totally
like
could have
that.
worked. But then you wouldn't have been singing, and we actually sang. So that would have just felt weird. Or at least I think in the moment it felt weird.
I think
to us.
also
Right.
Allie was like, how am I going to get away with being Aly and AJ and Hannah Montana
And Aly Michalka.
and Aly Michalka in the show?
It's
She has
getting,
to wear
it's
the
getting a
wigs.
lot. I'm like 3-4 different people.
So Allie was like, I don't know if I want to do this.
And then the character in the show, who's not Hannah. So I would have been like 4 people.
Wow, that is
which went by Miley, right? Didn't she go by Miley?
She was Miley Cyrus and also Miley Stewart,
Right.
And then Hannah Montana. So
Right.
she had to be like all three as
right.
I
Yeah.
know.
Oh, so you'd be
exactly.
like 7 people.
Yeah,
it'd be a
that
lot.
is.
Yeah.
Was anyone trying to push you in that direction? Like this is it, or like they just didn't know at the time that it'd be like, or you're just like had the same-
No one knew it
I
was
don't
gonna
think
be
no
that.
one knew it was going to be that. I think they were just like, it was like any other pilot,
Yeah.
that comes through Disney.
But the head of Disney Channel definitely wanted Allie to do it. Like they I would say they pushed for that.
Who we're still like buddies with. Like we
friends
just saw him for lunch the other day.
Wow, that is
Yeah.
so wild. And then so you talked about how loving music. You started young. You guys were you both played instruments, like lots of instruments, right? So who goes into acting first? I would assume you go in because you're older.
Well, weirdly, AJ ended up actually booking before me. So like when we, I guess, got agents, we were still quite young. But she started booking like way before me, like a good couple years.
Wow.
Yeah, because you had braces, which also like at the time, like that just wasn't good for camera, which I feel like
I feel like kids now would be more embraced. Like, yeah, they have funky teeth. Like they look like a
sounds-
kid.
it sounds
Yeah.
But like,
ridiculous.
whatever it was, 20 years ago, it was like
They weren't into it.
No.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah, they wanted you to have like flippers and
Yeah.
like the perfect teeth
Yes.
and wild.
So I booked a commercial, which is what first got me like my SAG card. Although the commercial never aired, it was like the company went under.
Oh, it doesn't exist anymore.
No.
Was it toys, food?
It was Montgomery Ward. It was like an
Oh.
old department store.
Yes. Oh,
Really
that's
old
big.
department
So the
store.
commercial was
Yeah.
supposed to air, and then the company went under, and it
And
never
AJ was
aired.
like
I
so excited,
okay.
because it was like a national commercial.
But I got my
Yeah,
SAG
it's
card.
really funny.
Did you get paid?
I got paid.
Okay.
I got paid.
Sometimes
I
those
did-
companies go under and you
Right,
never
you're
see
like,
the money.
wait.
I got paid, but no residuals because it didn't air.
Right. Wow.
But then I ended up booking not long after that a show on CBS for 2 years, a drama called The Guardian, which was I was the only kid on it. It was like a show about a law firm between a father and a son.
How old were you when you booked that?
12. Wow. Yeah, and I'm still really good friends with the creator.
You might have even been younger.
When I first booked it, maybe 11.
Yeah.
Wow, 11 years old, and you're
I
like
did it for 2 years.
with adults.
All adults.
Wait, how does that feel for you? Like, because I know you like love acting, obviously, but are you like, this is a lot?
I was definitely intimidated at first.
Yeah.
Especially because they were just such incredible actors, but they ended up all becoming like my mentors and my acting coaches. I mean, that was I was going to acting class every day for 2 years on set just because of these people. Wow. So it was really, but I was definitely intimidated at first. I was a kid. I was super nervous, but to this day, I'm really good friends with the creator, and he's amazing.
It seems like a
Cast me in
pattern.
my first show.
Like the head of Disney Channel, you're like friends with, you stay friends. That's like good. That says a lot
Yeah.
about
Yeah, you're
you
right.
guys. The fact that it's like long lasting. Have you guys ever done memoirs?
No.
No.
Never written books.
No.
Wow, I'm surprised with all the lore you have.
I want
separately
Allie
too.
We have lore separate and together.
We have some lore together.
But I really want
do.
Allie to write one about her home birth story.
Your home birth.
That's
I mean, I
something
guess
that,
it would be a good story, or my birth like journey.
Have you never talked about it?
I mean, I talked about it on like social media, like posting like a Instagram thing, but like people don't probably know like the whole beginning to end of it all, which is interesting. So
You just
I
had
don't
your
know.
first son 2 years ago.
Yeah, first,
So he's
yeah.
gonna be 2 soon, right?
Yeah,
in April.
yeah, in April.
We have kids the same age, and my daughter's gonna be 2 in May. So you had a home birth. Did you plan a home birth? Was that your plan?
Yeah, it was planned. And it kind of switched from being like a hospital birth to then being like, no, actually, I'm feeling like this is supposed to be the way I'm supposed to do it. Which, everybody has their own preference. Some people will feel more safe in a hospital. Some feel like, the birth industry has been kind of, become a business, which it is, So it's hard. It's like, it's a thing that's very personal. And for us, for whatever reason, we felt like we wanted to bring him into our home in this way. And it ended up being like a real like dream birth, which was pretty cool.
Oh, so it was a beautiful experience. I didn't know if it was like something
beautiful.
dramatic.
Thank God.
and I do think there's a memoir there. It was beautiful. It was all really positive.
Which is good. I think I'm so on that side of TikTok for some reason still, and I think they scare people into not having childbirth.
100%.
So to have like a good, because that is, were you unmedicated too? Did you just draw it?
Yeah. You can't really do anything. There's no medicated birth in a
I'm like
home
her
birth.
advocate. I wasn't there.
Yeah.
I met him 2 days later. I wasn't
No,
there.
but
I
she-
met him
I
2
mean,
days later.
Why do I feel like
2
you would
days.
be there?
Yeah,
I feel like
there's almost a version of her. Yeah.
People are always shocked, and I'm like, you know what?
She's all leaning over, being like, "You could do it."
That was for her and her husband. Like that was, that was a moment.
That's
that
so
needed to
fun.
be-
Yeah, people just know you as such a duo that it's like,
Right.
why were you not there? Yeah. Oh my god.
No, I think you're right though. Like TikTok, Instagram, even like, I don't know, TV shows and movies do depict home births going bad, which is really sad because there's actually quite a low percentage of home births that go really bad. Like I was talking to my midwife and my doula about it, and they were like, well, in most cases that we've experienced, at least, like 10% of the time we're transferring somebody to a hospital just because they kind of got tired and they're ready to get some help, some pain management, like an epidural or something. And she's like, really, like 1% or less is an actual like emergency. So it's actually quite low. I think it's just, it's not,
demonized.
and it's not normalized in our side of the world. So I think it's just more of like oh my gosh, this must be scary and dangerous.
Yeah, that's how we are always presented too. I always love the idea of like a water birth, but they were like, no, it's like so scary. But
You could totally do it.
I know, I love the idea. Like I love it. And did you do the pictures and everything? Were you like, or you do a tub?
Yeah, I did tub.
I
Yeah.
love when people do that from their house, just like in it.
Yeah.
No medication.
Yeah. You can't really do anything. Like the only thing I think if you wanted to like medicate, it would be like having like a glass of wine or something.
Yeah,
or
because
like
they
you
can't
could smoke
get
if you wanted to.
the house.
Because at that point the baby's cooked and like they're ready to come. So it's not like you're doing something harmful for them.
Wow, you can just
Crazy.
light up.
Yeah, I know. I didn't end up going that route,
Okay.
but like
could.
people
That sounds
online,
great.
were like, if that's something that's soothing for you,
or
you
like
could
a
do
glass
it.
of wine.
Okay,
Yeah, I was
like
like,
that.
interesting.
My doctor was very
You're
like
not saying
that.
like get trapped.
Yes, but a glass of wine.
They're like, don't get drunk. Yeah.
We're not saying MBA.
Right.
Yeah.
Not medical advice, but
Right.
that is so. Was it? I mean, I've been through 3 births, but like, was it painful? Because it's different for everyone. Some people are like, no, it was euphoric. Was yours painful? Thank you so much to Home Chef for sponsoring today's episode of Just Trish. Well, it's wintertime and it's cold, and I want nothing more on a cold, dark evening than to have some warm, cozy food. I don't want takeout where it's going to be cold when it arrives, and sometimes I just don't know what to make or I don't have the time to do it. That's why I love Home Chef's oven-ready recipes. So you can just pop it in the oven. Things are prepared for you. It's delicious. It's comfort. It's quality food straight to your home. We love to see it, and it is affordable. So check out Home Chef today. Home Chef makes cooking simple. Fresh food delivered, easy recipes to follow, and meals that actually taste great. They do. Take my word for it. And people really do love it. Home Chef is rated #1 by users of other meal kits for quality, convenience, value, taste, and recipe ease. It is easy to follow. If I can follow it, so can you. They've worked with chefs like Gordon Ramsay, and there are always new ones to discover to bring restaurant quality recipes straight to your kitchen. You'll find these chef-inspired recipes across Home Chef's culinary collection, classic meal kits, and express options, each designed to help you feel confident in your kitchen. Whatever kind of day you're having, Home Chef has you covered, from classic recipes with fresh ingredients and 30-minute meals to oven-ready trays and quick microwave lunches. There's even a dedicated family menu for easy 4 or 6 serving dinners. And it's not one size fits all. Home Chef has over 30 meal options each week with choices for different diets and tastes. Plus, it's affordable. Home Chef customers save an average of $86 per month on groceries. This is amazing. It is perfect if you're a single person and you're like, I don't want to cook for me. I don't want to do a takeout fee just for me. It's perfect. We're a family of 5, and it's wonderful because there is something for everyone, and it's easy. We love something that can save time and money. For a limited time, Home Chef is offering my listeners 50% off and free shipping for your first box, plus free dessert for life. Go to homechef.com/Trish. That's homechef.com/TRISH for 50% off. That's 50, half off your first box and free dessert for life. Homechef.com/Trish. Must be an active subscriber to receive free dessert. Thank you so much to Home Chef for sponsoring today's episode.
I mean, it's funny. I did like hypnobirthing classes like in advance leading up to it, thinking, maybe I'll be able to utilize this, which I did in certain aspects, but I was definitely not hypnotized during my own birth. And I was thinking like, oh, I might be in this like Zen, like hypnosis. And I was like, no.
It's probably
You felt it.
It's probably so hard to apply that. I bet
Yeah,
there are
very
people who
hard.
train for years.
Yeah,
to
sure.
even get to that
Also, I
place.
wasn't somebody that
Yeah.
meditated beforehand.
Right.
So that maybe wasn't also helping me. It wasn't like I was some, meditative guru sitting there being like, I've been doing
When
this for
she
10
told
years.
me she was going to get into hypnobirth, I was like, wow, that's amazing. It just didn't feel like Alli.
It's not like,
yeah.
it was
But
not my
I-
normal day to day.
Yeah, but I was like, that's
Interesting.
great.
But I definitely felt like the contractions. If you're, getting specific, it's like, yes, those moments that like, it was really like that, riding that wave. And it just felt like they were, coming so fast, and then they would subside, and then you'd have like a minute to kind of like catch your breath and then maybe back. But my labor was technically quite short. Like from the time I think I was in active labor to delivering was like under 7 hours.
Wow.
Which is kind of, I mean, I think for like a first birth especially.
Yeah, wow, but that's still a long time. 7 hours is kind of
What about you?
But,
All three, I assume, were different.
Yes. Well, I ended up having C-sections. I tried natural-ish. I definitely wanted that epidural as soon as I could get it. I definitely was
You're like, give me the drugs.
Yes, and I weirdly did a meditative thing too. I was really into it when I was pregnant. I probably meditated like 12 hours a day. Like I would just sit out there and just like meditate.
That's great.
Yeah, because I
incredible.
wanted to be offline. I was like getting a lot of hiatus. So I was like, let me just be offline and meditate. I was going through stuff. I was like, I need to. So I was in that same sphere. I didn't know there was a thing. What's it called?
Hypnobirthing.
I never heard that, which I guess is what I was
Where
trying
you
to
basically,
do.
you and your partner or your partner can help you get into a hypnosis state.
Yes. We were there for all the pregnancy. My pregnancy was so easy. I'm like, this is so easy. Like no pain, nothing, never.
Yeah.
Everything was perfect. And then when the contraction started, I was
You're
like, this
it's
is
happening.
Yes, and I was screaming, and it was awful. Once I had the epidural, I was great. I was someone that's like, ooh, this is easy peasy.
right.
Second one, we did planned C-section. That was real easy. Walk in, 10 minutes, the baby's out, and then third one came like 3 weeks early, and again, I was in screaming pain, but. It's worth it. You forget it, right? You forget it.
You totally forget.
You're like, I could do this again.
It's weird how your mind does like a mind wipe on it. I think it's part of
You've done
our
it 3 times
biology.
now, so it's like, how crazy.
But then every time you're like, oh no, when it starts to happen, you're like, oh no, we got to do this again because it is life risking. And I did tubal ligation this last time because I was like, I would want to just keep getting pregnant. I'm like, I need to stop because
You're like, we're done now.
Yes. So that is so interesting. And now you brought the baby. What's your son's name?
Jack.
Jack. Love that name. You brought Jack on the road with you guys last tour.
And he'll be back out with us this tour too.
I need to know how this is. So how does this work?
I mean, it works with like a great little village that we have. I mean, I think it helps that like our crew is so sweet and, just awesome around him and are down to like help. We have a nanny that comes out on the road just for like the tour.
Yeah.
And she helps from like 4 till midnight. Is kind of when she's on the clock. But like before that, it's like me, AJ, my husband, we're all kind of wrangling him from when he wakes up until 4 o'clock.
Wow, because that's a lot of energy too to like have to take care of your baby, and then it's a lot.
And he's like walking. I mean, I was saying to, friends that were asking like how are you doing it, and I was like, honestly, the easiest version of a tour would be like him pre-walking, because he's not like getting into stuff, and I'm like, actually a newborn baby on tour sounds great.
Yes.
I'm like, give me a 4 or 5 month old baby. Great. That would be brilliant.
The worst time to travel, they say, is like the 1.5 to 2 because they're just starting. That happened with our 2-year-old to New York, just running all over the plane. Just cannot get them to sit.
Yeah.
But at least it's fun. Like a bus, you kind of rock to sleep. So.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like once he's in, I mean, he's a really good kid. Like even has many flights as he's taken over his lifetime. It's kind of crazy. He has like status now, which is funny.
Wow.
But like
at
2. But like I feel like there's that age where you can kind of reason with them a little bit more, and I feel like when he's like 3, he'll be able to kind of understand more. Like, okay, we have to be good on this flight, and like we're gonna get snacks, and it's gonna be special, and this is like a fun adventure. So like the older they are, I mean, like you can explain it to them better.
Yeah, we only have a 3-year-old, and she's better. But my like brother will have like 7 and 8. They're so easy at that age. So it's like,
you're like, I'm waiting for those
the
days.
trenches. Yeah, but enjoy it while you can. Are you babysitting?
Yes. I love watching him.
Are you? Because to me, like before I had like babies, I was like, I'm so scared of babies. But you're just like so natural. Because I think it was Entertainment Tonight. I think you handed off Jack to AJ, and you're like, I was like, are they actually gonna babysit him?
I do all the time. He's never stayed. Allie still breastfeeds, so he has never like stayed at mine exclusively alone. But as soon as he's ready to do that, I'm down.
I mean, it would be funny. Like, I mean, we should try it. It'd be an interesting experiment to just see AJ be like, okay, you have like 24 hours with him. Like,
it's hard.
There you go.
Even my own babies, I don't know if I could.
It'll be a lot.
It's gnarly. Yeah.
It'll be a lot.
Hard,
but in terms of watching him, like if Allie has to go do something,
she's
I'm
like, I'll watch it for 3 hours.
I'll take her to the park, whatever. He's so
he loves her.
We're so close.
Oh, I love that. Yeah,
he like knows her face probably better than anyone outside of me and my husband.
He probably senses too. Like, also, you guys, like now that I'm looking at you guys together, you guys actually look a lot alike. Do people ever confuse you as like twins?
A lot of people say twins. We actually don't feel like we look alike.
Yeah, it's
I feel like so much. Your eyes, your smile.
I think our eyes. I think that's like our eye color.
We either get that we look like twins, or we get that people don't even know we're related. It's very weird. We don't get in the middle.
Like people will ask us, like someone maybe who's older and doesn't know about the music. They're like, "When did you guys start becoming a band?" I'm like, "No, we're sisters."
That is so funny.
It's funny.
Like, where did this come about?
Yeah.
2026. It's crazy. 20 years, and you guys are still like thriving. Tour, baby. White Lotus.
Yes.
Do you watch White Lotus? I mean, who doesn't?
Who doesn't? This is the biggest show.
everyone does.
Not everybody does.
What?
No. I mean, not everyone.
I think everybody. It's like the biggest show, right?
They
Number
should.
one.
It's great.
Yeah. Everybody loves this. We were so good because we had been talking. I think through someone, like we have a booker. Someone was talking, and we're like, "Oh my God, Aly and AJ want to get them on." And then as soon as we saw the White Lotus, we're like,
"Oh, not gonna
yeah,
happen."
that's it.
That's funny.
That's
No way.
done. Yeah.
Literally before this tour, I'm not kidding. We messaged our publicist and we were like, "Hey, so like we don't want to do this on Zoom. We want to do it in
Because then
person."
it'll be after and AJ
so
will
we
be
were like,
gone.
"Let's make sure we can get in with Trisha before tour." So we made this happen.
We made it happen.
Crazy.
This was not like I booked something, so I don't have time for this.
Because we knew
don't
that
play
then AJ would be off filming, and it would be like she's not
Exactly.
back for a long time. So
Yeah,
you're like,
I'm
we
so
should do this
glad we
before.
could do this.
We were just talking before. It's like 6 weeks tour. Then you're like going.
Yeah.
Then you guys go back again. Like December, you're ending here in Anaheim.
Exactly.
I saw. I was like, oh my gosh, this whole year
have
is
to
booked.
come.
Yeah, if you can come.
Oh, well, I was looking for us. I was like, where can we go? Because you guys start in Charlottesville or Virginia. Is that where you're at?
Yes.
Yeah. I was like, can we go there? Because you guys are going to like. I love Indianapolis. That's like one of my favorite places to go. Like you guys are like 2 nights there. I love all the places you guys are going. I was like, this is amazing.
You just fly out.
I would. 'Cause
A mom of 3.
Can I tell you? 100% would. I have a great husband who's like,
You're like,
if you
fine.
need to,
You're gonna
yeah,
kiss.
he is great that way. And I 100% would. Because sometimes the LA shows, it's like, you get all the like celebrities or influencers.
Right.
So
But
go
you
into
want
a
it in
niche.
Anaheim.
Yeah, you want it.
That's not true. I
No,
think so.
I don't think so. It's not
Because it's
LA.
not like heart of LA. Come to the Anaheim one.
We do love it in
With your
Anaheim.
sister. With your sister.
Yeah.
Oh, and she loves, because she's a little younger than me, so she's like in that age range, and she loved A Phil of the Future. She's like such a big. I know. I should have had her come today. I don't know why I don't. I know.
She's based in LA too.
Yeah, she's so she also, like you said, Village, very close. My mom's down there, and we have everybody because it does take a lot. Can you share anything, audition process or anything? You posted a picture with Mike White.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you
yeah.
met in person.
Yes, we met in person. We met in person. I can't share anything necessarily about the character, but the auditioning process was actually really fun and positive. And as an actor, you kind of do this all the time. And I just got asked while I was on tour, like, will you tape for this? And I was like, absolutely. I had taped for season 3. For Amy Lou Wood's character.
Wow.
And she was like perfect for that. So it
Yeah.
made so much sense. But so they asked me back, which was great. And I taped, we had a day off in Marfa, Texas. So my drummer played a character in the show. Alli played a character in the show. My brother-in-law, her husband, filmed it, and we just did it in a hotel room. And
And she didn't have to go in like 8 times. Some people have to go in like 8 times. That wasn't her.
Was it one self-taper?
It was one self-tape, and then we had to wait quite a bit of time. And then, like 2 months later, they were like, "We want, Mike wants to read with you. Will you come in and do a Zoom?" And so it was just me and 2 girls. And then I found out like 2 days later after that Zoom.
Oh my God.
It was crazy. So it was a very quick process in a way. And I think Mike just knows. He just knows
Yeah.
as soon as he sees it, he's like, that person's right.
Wow.
He's just really smart.
Did you like
at casting.
cry? I feel like that's like one of those moments where it's like life changing because you've done so many iconic roles. Obviously, both of you have done
did
iconic
cry.
roles. I couldn't even imagine the biggest show in the world, and it's like, oh my gosh.
Well, especially when you get like so many no's over the course of your career, and there's there's only so many yeses that you get, and then you get one that you like really wanted. Like that's when it really like sinks in.
The biggest one, because like. Well, obviously doing it for 20 years, there's slow parts to everyone's career. So it's like probably there's a minute, obviously, to Goldberg's, which was huge and went on so many seasons. But still, there's those highs and lows. And so for it to go be like the highest, I was like,
I haven't been
chills.
on a set in 3 years. Like we've been just focused on music. So it's like to have that opportunity and for that to come back in my life, I was like, this is a really beautiful moment. Like I'm super, super grateful.
France, too. That's
There was
the
rumors you were
location.
going to join.
I think I started those rumors. Did you start it? I'm like,
I could be on the show.
I'm not
so
gonna lie.
funny.
I texted my agent. I was like, is Trisha joining the cast? She was like, I don't think so.
No, definitely not. Well, I've only booked 2 shows in my whole life in the past year, and they're both HBO Max. So I was putting it out there. I was like, maybe a White Lotus, 2
She's
other
doing
shows.
Euphoria. She's in the new season of
Did
Euphoria.
Euphoria.
That's cool.
And I did one more show for HBO Max this past year. And
What is it? What was it?
I can tell you, but it was really
cool.
fun. Yeah, so I did that
cool.
one. That comes out soon, though. So I thought, maybe I'm on a streak. And granted, I play myself in both of these versions,
Sure.
but
I love it.
But just in case they needed an influencer or whatever, I was like,
No, I
maybe.
love it. As
Ready,
American.
I'm available in case there's like a last minute dropout. I'm there. But that's
I'll let Mike know. I'll tell Mike.
That's my favorite. We had Lucas Gage on here, and all I can ask is like questions about White Lotus because I'm just it's everyone's favorite. Everyone loves
Yeah,
it,
it's really
and
special.
everyone just
He's
becomes.
cool.
That's so exciting.
like
Oh
him a
my
lot.
gosh.
Lucas
I'm
is
very
cool.
happy for you. I love to see it. I love it. I always got so excited. But the touring is, again, the thing you guys are focusing on for the next six weeks. Are you preparing? How are you preparing for it? You guys are probably done. Rehearsals are over.
Yeah.
Rehearsals
Rehearsals
are
are
done.
over.
I mean, essentially, we did this show September, October, November, so we feel like very locked into this tour. So this is an extension.
Got it.
It's just like hitting more markets that we don't usually get to because they're not like a major market. They're like a city that, doesn't always get a tour to come into town,
So
which is
it's-
actually really cool.
It's
so
fun for us because a lot of these places we haven't hit either in a really long time or at all. Like we're playing like Portland, Maine for the first time, and which
Wyoming.
is awesome, and Wyoming for the first
I
time.
know.
I didn't know there was venues out there.
I'm like, we've never played
Yes.
Wyoming in our entire career.
Wow.
That's crazy.
So I'm excited. So we already felt really locked into this show, but we ended up doing another round of rehearsals earlier this month with the band and crew just to polish everything up.
Okay.
And so I feel ready on a musical level. I don't feel ready on a personal level. Like I haven't packed.
Right.
And we leave in 2 days.
Oh.
Because I've been prepping too for the show. So I'm kind of like, but I'll figure it out.
That's what I'm shocked
I'm
to
packing
hear.
tomorrow.
I'm packed.
I'm packing tomorrow.
You're packed.
She's packed.
Baby's packed. Husband's packed.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
I packed day before.
It was gnarly, yeah. But I did it.
You have to really like prepare ahead of time.
She has more people.
And I'm trying to like shove in like more items in one suitcase as opposed to two. I always would do like one suitcase and then a small mini suitcase
trying to
that
be
was
more
like my
efficient.
glam suitcase. And
Yes.
instead I'm putting it all in one. I don't know how I'm doing
Wow.
it.
Yeah, it makes sense to have one
It's
for.
hard. It's hard.
Do you pack all your own clothes and makeup and stuff, or do you have like a stylist that comes with you?
We pack all of our wardrobe on like vaults, so they're in like a wardrobe case, that gets rolled off the truck.
Right. So the suitcases are just our
The suitcase is just personal, but like
But we pack our own glam.
yeah, we
don't-
do our own we do
ourselves.
our own hair and makeup for
No
shows.
way.
Yeah.
Where'd you learn it? How'd you guys learn to do that?
I think just being on so many sets.
I think I'm being on so many sets.
We've learned so
Yeah.
much.
Just
about-
watching?
Yeah.
And it's not even like I
impressive.
would be like, I want to be a makeup artist or hair. Like, it actually sounds, I don't think I'm good at doing someone else. It's like, I can do my own self,
You guys look amazing on stage. That's why it's like
Oh,
so
thanks.
amazing. Oh my god! But that probably makes it so much easier. Then you don't have to sit for a long time.
It kind of makes it easier, and it's like, it's good. It's better for our budget. It's one or two less people that
Yeah.
you're bringing out and putting in a hotel and salaries. And in a way, like, I kind of find it a little like bit of a moment to just kind of like meditate. Like doing your own glam in a way is like calming.
Yeah, it's like your
Yeah.
own time too. It's
Right?
like your me time.
Yeah.
Away.
Yeah.
So I don't mind
it
it.
too.
I like it. I think we'll always do that when we're out on the road. For other things, like it's nice if you get like glam done for a red carpet or something, or
Yeah.
photo shoot. But for stage, I'm like, it's not really necessary. It's
Yeah.
it's us,
Makes it easier for everyone. And the new album, it is very different music. I listened to it because I didn't know you guys released the album last May?
Yeah.
And it's such a different vibe. And it's like kind of like 70s, I guess, a little like retro.
Sure, yeah.
Which
Yeah,
is like, okay, obviously you guys, me too, we're in the 70s. How come that is your inspiration? What gave you that such a different route from like pop music?
pop, yeah. I think part of it was maybe just like recording it in Topanga Canyon, which has so much music history from that era specifically. Owning houses in Laurel Canyon. Like, I think there's just a tie to the music scene in California during that time, which was so explosive in the kind of 60s and 70s. And so I think the music has kind of gradually shifted to being inspired by those eras and by the bands that made music back then. And I don't know, I think the music, it's always going to be rooted in, pop music, I think, ultimately, because pop is what we grew up on, and pop is popular and is, it has so many hooks and things that you want to sing, which I think is really wonderful about pop music as a genre. But I think the production is kind of the things that we've been able to build out around the music to feel more like the place we're in now. And I think the music that we listen to now as opposed to, what we were listening to in 2004.
Is there a specific band from that era that you would draw inspiration from, or that you think this album kind of reflects?
There's not like one band, I think,
Artists.
that we...
But we listen to a lot of like Beach Boys.
Beach Boys is probably the biggest one in terms of like a band that we grew up listening to
Wow.
Yeah.
as young girls. just over and over.
All
And
the
I don't
time.
think that the music sounds like the Beach Boys.
No, I don't
and
either.
I think the Beach Boys are
Right.
their own thing. But it's cool that that's a band that has obviously influenced the music over
And
time.
then like Heart,
Heart.
Fleetwood Mac, like there's definitely people that we listen to that I think have just naturally influenced us. Again, it's hard. You don't even want to say because they're like legends that are like untouchable.
And you're like, you're untouchable.
but still, I think
influence,
it's infused in the writing. Yeah.
Is there a biopic? If you could play the role of anybody, who would you play? Like, because biopics are so big right now, right? Everyone, like, I think Mama Cass one is coming into production.
yeah.
Is there somebody you would love to play, even if you don't look like or sound like the person?
Nancy and Ann Wilson.
I mean, that would be sick.
We would die.
Do you know if there's anything happening? Or
Yeah,
you're just
there was
manifesting?
supposed
There
to
was
be.
supposed to be, yeah.
There was for a while a Heart biopic in pre-production. I don't know what ended up happening with it, but
They never approached you though.
No.
No.
I think, I
Wow.
feel like that's a hard one too. It's like
hard.
Anne has such a specific vocal. I mean, unless they're wanting to use her voice.
Sometimes they want that,
You know,
even if they can sing.
right.
or they can blend the voice with
Correct.
the actress, so they can
Yeah.
do it. They can like blend,
Which I think is
original singer.
smart to do.
Same.
It's funny. If I'm being completely honest, I don't really like watching biopics.
Really?
Yeah,
either.
I would rather watch a doc on the artist and all the behind the scenes footage and
It's also
Interesting.
biopics are hard because they always take place in a moment in time where you're like, that's not the most interesting part we could be telling about this person.
Well, or
they
it's the
shove
whole
in
thing.
way too much into a 2-hour film, and you're like, oh, you just gave me like their
the moment they
20-year
blew
lifespan.
up to when they, had their descent and now they're, like
Yeah.
They miss a lot.
Yeah, I feel like they
don't
could
know what it
almost
is.
just focus in on like a week or something. Like I thought that was one thing that they did really well in the Marilyn Monroe movie that
Anna de Armas did.
no, the other
Michelle
one.
Williams.
Michelle
Yeah,
Williams.
and it was just in a week.
That was beautiful.
It was just a
Yes.
week
Yeah.
of her life, which I thought was really interesting, or a couple weeks or something of her life. I
guess-
think there's ones that are well done.
Yeah.
But a lot of times I'm like, it's missing
Like
the mark.
the Dylan
Yeah.
one was cool in the sense that it was all about like him becoming, plugging in, right?
Yeah.
Like playing electric
Yeah,
guitar,
yeah,
like
yeah.
not just being an acoustic.
It wasn't
folk
his
artist.
entire career.
It wasn't
Yeah.
his entire
Right.
career. It was
I
the
thought that
shift
was
in
well
genre,
done.
which was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm someone who know nothing about Bob Dylan, and you watch the movie, you're like, I love Bob Dylan now,
Right,
So,
right. But
like,
that's cool though. But it's cool that it can like expand
We're big fans.
your mind
Yeah.
in that way. Where you're like,
Right.
oh, I'm even more of a fan of the music than I thought I was.
Yeah, I thought that with Queen too. I remember watching Bohemian Rhapsody and be like, I didn't know they did all these songs. And then you're like, oh, I love it. And then you like
Right.
know their story and what they stood for, the advocacy of it all. And I thought it was,
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
get that too. Like sometimes just watching.
I don't know. I just love a doc. I think that's maybe just I'm like
A music doc.
I'm like, give me the Nina Simone doc. It's like perfect.
I haven't really
The
watched
Amy
one.
Winehouse doc.
Amy
Like, they don't
Winehouse
even make
doc.
the Amy
It's just like-
Winehouse scripted film.
I'm like,
Yeah.
the doc is like it says everything about her.
Yeah, those are beautiful. That was a beautiful one. Amy Winehouse. I don't think they should make were they making a movie on her?
They made a
I think they
biopic of
did.
her.
I don't think it did great.
did not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
It's a hard person to capture.
Yeah.
And it's not even like you could do an amazing performance of it still, but it's like, I don't know, someone like her, she's such a like spark plug.
is really talented.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she is. But someone that, has to step into a role like that, like that's such a
lot.
that's such a hard thing. I would almost be like, I don't want the pressure of having to hold that. You know what I mean?
especially like the dark parts of someone's life, could come across as like a mockery or like,
Sure, or exploitation.
exploitation, not
yeah,
being
that's maybe the
sensitive.
hardest part of it is that it can become exploitative.
It also seems unfair if the person's no longer alive and they can't like be a part of it.
kind of, yeah.
Like, Bruce Springsteen was like very much a part of the movie
Yeah.
that Jeremy Allen White did. So that was kind of cool. It's
Yeah.
like he was a part of it.
Right. Or like a family that has maybe the rights is able to be like
Right.
something. Yeah.
So
yeah.
you would not want an Aly and AJ biopic one day.
I don't know. I don't think so.
No, I mean, gosh, in 30, 40 years, if we
Maybe,
matter
yeah.
that much,
If
that
we
a
matter
biopic
then
warrants-
that's great.
That's cool.
People I feel like would love to see it. Would you ever do, because documentaries are so big right now, like Becky G just did one. Would you guys ever do, because it's kind of like the modern day like reality show, but like
Yeah.
a nicer format. Would you ever, have you guys documented anything on the road, or anything these past couple years with all the stuff you've been doing?
We've documented a ton, but we've never put together like a docu-film of our life on the road. And I do actually think it would be fascinating. Like, we have so much footage from 2017 on
we do.
that her husband's been able to document that I feel like would be great for like a Disney Plus documentary, like a film documentary.
they're so big
I do
right
think
now.
there's something there for sure. We just have to put it together and sell it. But
You guys, I don't know how you have time for everything, because I also saw that you were just in Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
with, was it March, it's called
March 4th?
March
Yeah.
4th, yes, which is, I just discovered this too, like I wasn't aware, like it's amazing what you're doing, so basically trying to minimize mass shootings with like action and advocacy. How did you guys get involved in that? Is that something you started? Did they ask you to be involved in it? How did that work?
That was a DM, which is kind of crazy through Instagram that we just saw. And that, I guess the first time that we went out to DC with them was in 2024. And it was right when it was right before that White House was switching over. So we were still under President Biden. And, we went and visited the Office of Gun Violence Prevention, which was really cool. That was something that was set up under his administration, and we were able to kind of talk and share ideas and thoughts about it. But I think the reason why we got as active as we are now in this space when it comes to gun reform is because we both survived a mass shooting out on tour back in 2022. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I had no idea.
Yeah.
in Sacramento.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So we were just kind of put in this, an experience, and I think now we've been able to really share our story and raise money for, every town, March 4th.
And we wrote a song about it, which I think is really how March 4th connected with us, because they saw the song come out and they were like, we want you to come, advocate and come to the White House with us and lobby for this bill. So their number one goal is to reinstate the assault weapons ban, which, we haven't, that hasn't been in place in a long time. And when it was, it worked. So that's the goal. That's the number one goal.
When you
March
went
4th.
back, you both were there, and was it January? When was it this year?
Yeah, January.
So what was the steps you were just trying to we
weren't actually
for
there.
lobbying.
We weren't there for like a bill, right? Specifically.
Okay.
No, but we were there to. I mean, being that we're California constituents, we talked to a lot of California Dems. So we spoke with Adam Schiff, we spoke with Mike Thompson, we spoke with Ted Lieu, which was really, really cool. And it was more to just share our story and to just keep that topic on kind of the top of the list. Because right now it's not. Gun control is just not.
Yeah.
Which
it's
is
not at the top.
insane because it's just all over the news, and then they try to hide it, and it is. That's the worst part. There's plenty of bad things about America, but that's it doesn't happen in other countries, and you're just why? And it's the gun laws of it, which you're this good spokespeople for it, because you wouldn't think it happened to you, right? You know what I mean? You're oh, you guys are celebrities, you're Southern California, you have protection security, so it's that it can happen anywhere, which is
totally. I think that's the scariest part.
Wow.
So we've just tried to be proactive in, getting people involved and donating their time and money to causes that are really pushing the gun reform forward. And we talk about it every night on stage, and we just stop the show and we have people donate real time. It's very cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that is amazing. You do a lot. You also do, I saw in your bio, it was the National Suicide Prevention Hotline you have on there. Is that something else that you guys work with, or is it something personal to you?
Yeah.
Mainly with the Trevor Project specifically. So we work a lot with LGBTQ youth. And I think just being allies for the community has always just been number one priority for Alli and I. There's just something about that, as well as gun reform, that have just felt like this is kind of our cause
and
outside
they
of music.
coincide,
They really do.
Yeah.
So we've done a lot of work with the Trevor Project. We've raised a lot of money for them.
When you say coincide, like a crossover where you see...
Yeah, I think because the gun reform is only going to help bring down those rates of suicide if a gun is a lot harder to get a hold of. I think people in desperate moments find ways to get a hold of something that maybe if it had taken longer for them to be processed in the system, or if there was a red flag on them,
They make a different decision.
it might be a different outcome, So it's kind of crazy that they're so connected in a way.
I guess I'm unfamiliar for audiences. When you say gun reform, I hear about it all the time, but what does it mean specifically? What is it because I'm so kind of naive to this. Yeah.
I think on
certain restrictions.
Yeah, on a broad level, it's really restricting easy access to guns, as in you could just go into a shop and buy one and get it that day. It's
Or
That's
banning.
happening now. You can just go into and get a gun.
Yeah,
In certain states,
Yeah,
yeah.
in
Or-
California, I don't think that's
No,
not something.
right, but
that you
other
can do.
Or banning the ability to purchase a 3D gun online, which is also
Yeah.
something that you can make.
What is the...
Or a ghost gun, being able to make a gun that's printed out.
Wow.
So that it's not traceable. There's it's kind of crazy, yeah. And then just like AJ said, reinstating the assault weapons ban, which means these weapons that are really meant for war that cause mass casualty. It's not just a rifle or something that you would go shooting with, hunting. It's something that
Printed, sorry, not 3D.
No,
What's the word? You knew what I meant.
Ghost gun.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
I had never heard of that either. This
Yeah.
is all... Because you do wonder, you're how... I went to a mental hospital in 2019, and one of the things you sign is you can't have a firearm for 5 years. So you would think that they would be more cracked down on that, right? It's I went there for 72 hours, but these people who have obviously mental illness as well can access a gun. I mean, anybody obviously can be a mass shooter, but At least, it's amazing you guys are doing something, because I feel like you hear all this stuff in the news, everyone hears stuff, and it's like, what can we do about it? And all you can, I guess, just advocate, talk about it.
It even feels impossible for us sometimes, who are actually in the trenches a little bit on at least trying to help and advocate. It even feels impossible for us. Like, even sitting down and talking to some of these representatives, they're like, we're just not there yet. Like, this is not.
I think it's not on, like AJ said, it's not on the top of people's list. There's other things that feel like they're more dire or more important. And of course, there's a lot of things in our country that, we haven't gotten there yet. And, one day, hopefully we do. But I feel like over time, more and more, also this younger generation coming up, I think gun reform is going to matter more to them than it even did for maybe our parents' generation, because we're seeing more of this kind of violence day to day. So I do feel like there's hope that, like, Jack's generation of kids will be more likely to actually probably get something done, because at that point they'll have had it, because they might know somebody in their life that lost their life, or they had an active shooter at their school, God forbid. So I think that's maybe what it's going to take. It just feels endless, because it feels like you see these pop up on the news, at such a frequent level.
All the time. You see mass shooting and then just goes away, like in the next 24 hours.
Like it never happened.
Which
is,
is
it's like that's someone's family, that's a whole community that's ruined. There's a huge trickle down effect,
And the trauma, like, you guys have survived it. The trauma you carry, I'd imagine, from that, it could be like for kids, for schools, for you guys as adults. How has it affected your guys' lives since then, since the 2022 incident?
I mean,
I think for us, the first year was really, really hard.
Yeah.
I think being that we had each other and our band and our crew, and we all survived the same situation.
And time has helped, I think.
Yeah, I do think time has healed. I think Alli and I writing about it and being really clear about getting some of that out on stage every night and performing that specific song every night has been really helpful. Something about being able to, like, that being kind of our journaling, that personal experience being put out every night on stage to our fans has really helped in terms of just being able to recover from that moment. But there is like a kind of an unsettling fear that I think if you've experienced that will always kind of live in you. I don't think it'll ever really fully go away.
And that you're just kind of on alert in a different way. You don't want to live your whole life in fear, but you also are trying to look at statistics of like, well, it's unlikely that this would happen to me again. Although it has happened to people.
It's happened to a lot of people.
Twice, which is crazy. Yeah. So you try to go about your life and not feel like it's, this like heavy shadow over you. Right. But you definitely feel it at certain times kind of creep up, or you're at a show and you're kind of like, I don't know why I like feel kind of like alert all of a sudden, or scared by like this person's presence, or like, or do they have a gun, or, it's weird, like what your mind will kind of do in those moments.
You just have to be on defense, because a lot of times it's right. Your intuitions can be right. So it's like, is it? Right. But then there's also so much paranoia because this stuff happens. It does happen. Right. And it is a sad way to live. You were saying writing kind of is like therapeutic. Do you guys write all of your own songs?
Yeah.
Always?
Yeah.
Did you guys do potential breakup song?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like back in the day, it was always us, either us alone or it was us with like another co-writer.
That's crazy. Yeah. But isn't that so insane? It's like one of the biggest, like truly one of the biggest pop songs. Like, it's like so wild. Like, people love it still 20 years later. That is, do you ever think like, wow, we're so good at this? Like, like what is your, I guess you have so much confidence from it, but like, what is your process? Like, do you have to, obviously that song came from a breakup, I would assume. So like, do you have to have,
no, hilariously. At that age, we were so young.
Oh,
I don't even think we had broken up, I think.
We had been in like young relationships.
But like, it wasn't a specific one that inspired the song. I think we were 18 and 16.
Oh, okay.
So we had been dating, but I don't think that was about anyone.
I don't think so.
We've tried to rack our brains because people have asked this, and we're like, that wasn't about a breakup.
I don't think this was inspired by a specific person.
But that's even more talented. The fact that you're just like, we can get this emotion. You know what I mean? You're like, we can
tap into this.
Yes.
We can tap into this vibe.
What is your personal favorite song that you guys wrote, or something that really means a lot to you?
I think from the past, I would say a song like Rush. I think that was kind of the start of the career, like that song and No One, that I think have really resonated with people over the years, besides Potential Breakup Song, which I think has just been like a fun way to get over an ex. But in terms of like No One, feeling like, I'm struggling to maybe find who I am in this world and who I want to be. And it's like, I don't want to be anyone but myself. It's like such a simple sentiment, but I think it's really over the years, like, informed the way a lot of people have decided to grow up. Like, they're like, I don't want to be anyone but me. And I just think that lyric has been a really powerful statement over the years. And then same with Rush. Like, I think Rush was a huge moment where it was like,
and really big for the LGBTQ plus community, which is
100%.
so cool that we didn't even know that we were writing a song like that at such a young age, that it would be this
become
kind of
like
anthem,
a mantra.
you know? Yeah.
Like, don't let nobody tell you your life is over. Be every color that you are. Like, it's just really,
When did you feel first embraced? Because my audience, we love LGBTQ people. We love you. We're one
Yes,
of you.
we
We're
love
forever. Like
allies forever.
Forever. And when
have
was
been for years.
When was the first time you felt embraced? Where like these are my people. This is where was it on tour? Like where did you feel?
I mean, I feel like it was kind of us coming back to music.
Yeah,
I mean,
me too.
obviously we encountered so many people in that space over the years that we adored, and people that are in our personal life, whether it was, you know, hair and makeup artists or our best friend Raymond. But I think when we came back from tour, it felt like, oh, this is because we were older at that point, and so we were looking at it through a different lens.
I think 2018 when we really started touring again,
Yeah.
it was like, it felt like every show was a Pride show. Like it was
I was like,
becoming,
oh, wow,
I love
there's
that.
like a
yeah, it
huge
was really
turnout
cool.
here. It
Like
was
the
cool.
amount of Pride flags, and there were people that
so
wanted to
fun.
get engaged on our stage that were same sex. Like just a really cool.
You're like this is that's amazing.
But it really all started in the Calabasas Commons.
Oh, we were talking about this beforehand.
Calabasas comments.
At the Toscanova restaurant.
Oh,
Our
okay.
best friend came out to us there.
Yes.
Oh.
And the restaurant is still there to this
And it's
day,
still
which
there.
I love.
And it's
Is that
an
the one on the
iconic-
corner by Sugarfish?
It's right. Yes,
Yeah.
it's right by
Okay.
Cafe Marmalade.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
oh
we were talking
my
about the Commons
gosh.
earlier,
Yes,
so,
we love it. We love we did love the
Commons.
Commons. It's getting reconstructed, but we
We
did
don't
not
love
I
it
was
right
like, I
now.
don't love that this movie
We
theater
don't.
is being
But
taken.
that restaurant's still there.
Oh my gosh, so that holds like a special little memory. Have you guys
it does.
done Pride?
Yeah, we've done
We've
a few
done,
Pride
we've
shows.
done. We've never done an LA Pride.
Not LA.
Really?
No.
And not New York Pride. So like part of me, we've done like some smaller like markets in the Pride world.
I'm
but
surprised West Hollywood has not hit
Markets.
you
I know.
guys.
I'm like, we should do
I
West
know.
Hollywood.
What the
Pride
hell?
markets.
Some
Pride
Pride
market.
markets.
It's so showbiz. It's like Alli saying channel. We're like, yeah, we're playing these different markets.
No, I love it. You guys are
funny.
doing Bonnaroo, right?
Yeah.
Oh my! So you guys have done festivals, obviously.
Yeah, we
how,
have.
How different is it for you? Do you like them? Do you?
It's fun.
We love it.
It's like very run and gun. You kind of have to be like
It's a
down.
different challenge.
It's a different challenge. I mean, unless you're like the headliner,
It is not your show.
It's not your show. It's like you got to get up there, get your stuff set, and just kind of roll with it. And some stuff is going haywire, and you just got to be like, okay.
We have a really good
unfazed.
team. If we didn't have a great team, playing the not main slot is tricky as a festival opener.
Yeah.
Like it's just, or wherever your slot is. If you're not the headliner, Allie's
Yeah.
right. It can be.
If
it
you're
can be a
not
lot.
the end of the night, it's like, yeah, it's just
Every
it's
artist
different.
will tell you
You
it's
gotta
a
like
run
push
and gun.
through.
Yeah, you're pushed through. It's like, okay, like you're done. Next set, you know, and it's not all your crew guys, so they're kind of setting up your stuff a little bit differently, or it's hard. Yeah,
You like time it. Where is Bonnaroo?
It's in Tennessee.
yeah, right outside of Tennessee,
Or outside of Nashville.
And then when
Yeah.
does that fit into your schedule this year? Is that what is in the summer?
in the summer and
It's
June.
kind of during shooting. So we've found a way to like, I'll go off and do that and then come back.
That's wild
Yeah.
that you're able to like go back and forth through it all, and also being a new mom too. It's just a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot to
a big year.
balance. Do you thrive in that? Do you think you like? Okay, we thrive in this, like just doing the most and just having the momentum.
We do.
I think we do.
Yeah. In a way, we were discussing how like we really like being out on the road. We were talking about this last week, and how like in a way being on tour like simplifies our life because it's just tour. It's like that's all that matters is the show, and like getting to the city, getting like a nice meal, getting to the meet and
Making
greet
sure
and
Jack's
sound check,
safe.
making sure Jack is
Yeah.
happy and
Yeah.
stoked.
That
and
becomes our little
That's kind of
circle.
it. It's like, oh, okay, easy. Like easy boxes to check off.
It's like a routine too. You just
Yeah,
know
and
what
there's
you're
no
doing.
like big outside responsibilities at that point. I mean, they don't all go away, but when you're on the road, you're kind of like, this is it. This is all I can do.
So you get a self-tape request for White Lotus, and then you're like, oh,
Until
everyone's
everyone's like, wait,
together.
hold on, I need you all.
We audition a lot on tour.
Wow,
We tape a lot on tour.
Just like in front of a white wall, or like
in a hotel.
Yeah, hotel. Or if it's like calls for a gas station, then it's like, oh, well, let's go just shoot this tape at a gas station.
True.
Wait, what do you mean a self-tape? You'll do in front of like you'll be on location for your self-tape?
Yeah.
Yeah, if it would like require, it's rare that it requires something
love
like
that.
that. But if we were on the road and we were in some random town and we were like, well, there's a 7-Eleven, let's just shoot it in front of there.
Wait,
then we'll do
that's-
it.
Do you
Yeah.
guys help each other with your self-tapes often?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually so perfect to have someone else who acts. Moses always does self-tapes with me, and we auditioned for Camp Rock, so he had to play all Jonas Brothers. He did all 3 of them.
Oh my gosh.
That's really funny.
But
incredible.
he's also never seen Camp Rock and didn't realize.
So you're trying to like educate him on
that's
what
amazing.
the tone is.
Yes,
It's amazing.
yes.
Self tapes are no joke.
They're no
We've made
joke.
our drummer is now an actor.
Oh,
Like we've made him just be in our tapes.
Yeah, he's now part of the tape.
It's
the
a
tape
lot.
operation.
It's a lot.
Because you have to
the
almost
other band
act.
members are like, no.
They won't do it. Yeah, to have that. They're very difficult. I'm new into acting this past year, and it's very difficult. 'Cause I always thought I watched Disney Channel, like I want to be that so bad. It's so hard.
Well, the self tape world is really the thing now.
It's
It
different.
wasn't.
It's
right?
different than like going in to see a casting director in person.
That sounds more intimidating in person.
It is, but you at least have that real-time feedback of like, is there a note? Is there, like, they might just dismiss your tape because they're like,
Totally. Or they only watch like 10 seconds and you're like, I just spent an hour and a half
Whereas
on
when
this,
you're in the
you know?
room, they have to see it all.
Yeah.
And usually they're kind of required to give feedback and be like, I want you to play it this way. Or I
Really?
want, yeah.
Oh, that would
Unless they
help.
know you're not right for
It
it.
holds them
Right.
accountable in a way, you know? So it's kind of sad that that's like,
But you should be doing
loosened.
voiceover. Do you do a lot of VO?
I know. But I don't know what that is, but like voiceover, like cartoon.
Yes.
I would love.
like commercial,
Like how?
like a Toyota
Or not
commercial,
even,
or I don't know.
not even commercial, like cartoon
like
work.
a cartoon, like a little animated
Yeah.
character.
I don't know.
wouldn't
I just
even
think you should
how-
have a voiceover
I
agent.
recently signed with an agency for the first time in my life at 36. You know what I mean? So it's all
Okay.
kind of new to me, but
Got
I
it.
love it. I've been taking it. I'll do whatever. Honestly, that sounds easier. Voice work.
you would be
right.
good at it.
You would crush.
You don't have to worry about glamming and
No,
what
you
you,
can
look
be in
like.
But you have a
sweats and-
naturally fun, interesting
Oh,
voice.
Maybe I'll take your advice.
gonna
and
shout
do
You should
that.
ask your agent if they
Ask your
have if they
agent.
have a VO department.
If they have a VO department.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
or
does it stand
voiceover.
for? Oh,
Voiceover.
voiceover.
What does it
What's
stand
VO? You say things so casually, like just
know,
a VO.
markets.
You know, market
The
VO,
channel.
the channel.
You guys are so smart. Sometimes it is hard for me to keep up. I'm like, wow, they're so smart. I don't want to like ask questions,
really
but that's
not.
my job to ask questions. So I was like, have you guys? Because I'm like, I don't know what they're saying. Like the reform. I was like, gosh, I know this is important and I need to know. So I'm like, I might as well ask.
No, it's
There's
great.
one
Oh,
person.
no, and there's no shame. Like
good
I
to
think
ask.
if you don't know something, there's no harm in being
Ask
like,
about
hey,
it.
give me the full rundown on this. You know?
And you guys
But
are
definitely
so
ask about voiceover.
okay. Yes,
You have something.
Have you guys done it? You guys have done it.
We've done it a lot. Yeah.
Like with Disney. Was it Disney Channel?
Never with Disney Channel.
Oh.
Disney.
No, I was on a cartoon for a bit on Cartoon Network, and then a cartoon for Netflix that DreamWorks put out. That was a remake of She-Ra.
Oh, how was that?
It was so fun.
You just go into the studio. and
Yeah, I
record?
go into DreamWorks and like we record for 4 hours and we get an episode in, and then I come back, in a couple weeks and we do another episode. We did like 65 episodes of that show. Wow. It was fun, but you can be in your PJs, you can hang out on the DreamWorks lot.
It's like really
You can
casual.
have their really good lunch when you're done working because they have this beautiful catering set up. Like, it's fun life.
Ooh, how do you preserve your voices? Both of you singing, like both of you have like your beautiful voices, obviously. But what if you lose it during a VO or like a tour?
It's hard. I mean, if you lose it, it's like you just got to be on vocal rest for as long as you
like
can.
just not
Like,
talking.
just not talk.
Do you do those masks? Those
We've
like
done those.
The little oxygen
do those work?
that like help hydrate
Yeah.
your vocal
Yeah,
cords.
because it can add moisture that you're maybe really dry. It can help
Okay.
with that if you use like a saline.
We're not like crazy like doing those like consistently, but if you were sick, we would do something like
Yeah.
that.
Okay,
Or
so
like a hot steam shower, tea, all those things are vocal warm ups. All of that is like good like prep. You know?
Every day.
Yeah, we
every
do
time.
like the basics for
Yeah,
sure.
we
But
can
if
do
you're
basics.
if you've like lost your voice, you're kind of screwed that night. You just have to kind of power through.
You just got to power through and just hope.
Or one
like,
sister just sings more. You know.
I do love that. You like to
Yeah.
take over. Do you guys have
It's
backup
happened.
singers?
No,
Just you guys.
it's just us.
Do you guys do any like
Yeah.
shots of oil or anything like that? Like I think it's Cynthia the Reva who does like olive oil shots or something. Or
That's
maybe-
so smart, and we never do that.
Never.
That's actually really
nothing.
smart.
Like,
We do
lube
shots
up.
of tequila before the show.
Shots of tequila.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty
We do.
impressive. Just kind of
Yeah.
go out there.
Well,
and
maybe
do-
we should do an olive oil shot and then the tequila.
Yeah, that should be the
Although maybe the
chaser.
tequila dries it up. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right, I don't know how-
Cynthia would be like, "Girl, you should not be
don't do
doing
that.
that because no alcohol does dry you out. So like essentially, you should not be drinking before you go on stage. But we do
Technically.
one shot to get like
Yeah,
loose.
it
A
gets-
little fun.
I like the olive oil idea.
Yeah, I thought
heard
that
this.
was interesting. Do you ever get competitive with each other, with roles, with life?
I don't feel like
Never
we
in
ever
the-
do.
I don't feel like we ever have, even like in the past as like kids.
No,
Wow.
no, it's weird.
It was always like, it felt very specific that someone was supposed to be the role that they are and that they booked. Right?
Yeah.
Like,
Wow.
yeah.
and we've never been up for like a role. That's
No?
probably helped. I
No.
mean, not that that would be the reason why we haven't had an issue, but we've never been up for something the same role.
Wow,
Even
I'm
though
surprised.
we kind of would sometimes overlap in an age where it's like, oh,
Yeah.
25 to 30 or something.
We've
And we're,
maybe auditioned for the same
We've
part,
auditioned,
but
yeah.
we've never gotten close together.
No.
Oh, you have auditioned for the same part. So how does
Yeah.
that work? Do you guys
like
are you
AJ auditioned for Band Slam.
Yeah.
And she was like,
Wait, I did.
Right? Do you remember?
Yeah.
Wow.
And she was like, I'm not right for
Are
this.
you sure it was your role or the Vanessa role?
I don't know. I feel like maybe it was the Charlotte role.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Wait, that's crazy. Did you? So do you guys compare notes, or do you like try to keep it separate? Be like, good luck. Like, good luck. Or do you help each other? Are you like,
You're like, I'm going to throw you off. I heard that they're supposed to play this character like this.
That's so
Country.
funny. No, I feel like anytime
funny.
Allie gets like more information than maybe I have, she would share it, and vice
yeah,
versa.
yeah, totally.
Like we're not gatekeepers at all with anything, even with friends. Like I'll have friends call me up like recently that are like, "I'm auditioning for Lotus. Can you tell me anything?" And I'll help them. Like I won't tell them confidential info because
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
signed NDAs. But I will tell them anything that can help with their character. Like, I just want people to win, especially if they're in our circle. And if it's a sibling, like, all the way.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
We're not geek creepery.
What is the age difference? A few years? 3 years? 2 years? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
My sister and I are 5 years apart, and I always felt, not anymore, obviously, but like young, we definitely were competitive, and we're definitely not in this industry. So I just thought
that
maybe,
makes sense. Yeah, a lot of young people who grew up really close, maybe do experience that. I think with Alli and I, because we started this so early and at the same time, and saw
we do
success,
the same thing,
and saw success around the same time, that naturally it's kind of obliterated the competition.
I think maybe if like
it'd be like asking like Dakota and Elle. It's like they're probably like, no, we both just won. Like, and it's working.
And I think it helped that there wasn't. I mean, I guess in certain moments, there's been moments maybe where someone was booking jobs more than the other one. But then it would be like, then it would swap. And it would be like, okay, now this, you know what I mean? So like, it's always been this kind of like balance. Like the pendulum has swung back and forth. So it's never felt like you're just like the sister that's like left in the dust, But
it's
which
also not
I
our-
understand how that could be hard for a sibling.
It's not our energy.
Yeah. That's
but it's
great.
not. It's not our energy. Yeah.
I also think because then when you guys do come together as a duo, it almost like elevates the superstar
It's
that
like
you
a level
both are.
up.
Yeah,
Right.
a level up. Because
Yeah,
it's like,
that's cool.
Like I was telling you guys before, like I know Aly and AJ, the singers, but then like when I knew like, oh my God, from Easy A, like to me, that's such a different Aly and AJ. You know what I mean?
The way you said it. I'm going to do it. Who's Aly Michalka? It was like so.
Because I didn't know the last name.
It's so funny.
But when you
It
say
was
Aly and AJ,
perfect.
I was like, well, of
You're like,
course
I know them.
Yes.
But you're like, I don't know this Aly Michalka.
We were cackling.
It was so funny.
Well, I'm glad because sometimes you never think anyone will
No,
see
no,
anything.
no.
But I also say who to so many people that I know personally. I'm like, who is that? Like, maybe you experience since
Are
pregnancy.
you better at like
Mind's blank.
facially recognizing somebody?
Yes. Oh, for
Like
sure.
like I know that person from
1,000%.
Yeah, okay.
Like we'll watch something. I'm like, oh, that's the person from Bridgerton or this or whatever.
right. But you're
And
like, I don't know the name.
names always. I'm like, what? And then when someone says there's so many, who's the person now? There's like so many boy names. Dylan. There's so many Dylans. There's Dylan O'Brien. There's so many Dylans in the
You're like,
world.
I'm getting confused by the Dylan.
Yeah. So when someone says a name, sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, this can be. Yeah.
That's funny.
Have you guys ever done Broadway? Musical theater?
Never
No.
done
But we've
Broadway.
gotten close. We've auditioned for Broadway.
AJ's gone close on quite a few Broadway
Are
situations.
you musical theater fans, or you just thought maybe that's the next step because we sing and act?
I love musical theater. I'd rather be in a play that maybe doesn't involve music, just because
Wow.
we do music every night on stage ourselves.
Yeah.
But if the musical presented itself in a really cool way and was an interesting project, of course I'd jump in.
Yeah, we're not
But,
like music. We're not like musical nerds where we know all of the classic musicals.
Okay.
But
like, I've never seen Wicked.
she had never
I know.
seen it on stage. I know.
I've seen the movie.
I've seen the movie.
Wow.
I
Okay,
saw it on stage, but at Pantages, like not even like on
Right,
Broadway,
like a
you know?
touring production
Yeah,
of
which is
it.
like so cool,
It's
but it's
still
not the
amazing,
same.
yes.
But we are Broadway nerds. Like every time I'm
Yeah, every time that we
in New York.
go and we're in New York, we try to see
a
at least
show.
a show. It's a little harder now with my kid, but like my
Right.
husband will be like, then you guys go. Like we went and saw Oh Mary together and we loved it.
Loved O'Mary.
That's
But like that
the
kind of show is the
top
show I want to really
Oh
do.
my God, that is.
I don't need a musical, even
Yeah.
though I enjoy them.
Yeah,
I don't.
yeah.
That's like the White Lotus of Broadway right now, where it's like that's the
is.
show everyone's trying to
Totally.
get into.
Yeah.
It's
Totally.
so good.
Yeah.
Which ones can you say which ones you've auditioned for?
Yeah, I got really close to Spider-Man years ago, the
No.
U2 production.
Moses was very involved. He was very like in that realm of that
wow.
world when that was happening.
Really?
That's great. Wait, that was like one of the biggest, most expensive, but also maybe one of the biggest
Flops.
Which
Right.
It had a big like. I think everybody had big hopes for it. That it was.
I
gonna
think
be
it was a
huge run.
flop compared to what it took to make it.
Yes,
but I don't
yes.
think it was a flop.
Yeah.
It was just that it didn't make up everything it needed
And there were
to
some
make
weird
up,
things
'cause
that happened.
people were getting
Construction.
injured a lot.
and-
It was
yeah,
kind of a cursed show.
Yeah.
Like looking back, it's like those kind of shows, like I said, kind of our camp, right? When something closes
Totally.
so
Yeah.
quick, you're kind of like, they kind of ate though. They tried, you
Yeah.
know, they were trying to fly across the audience.
Totally.
They ate.
Yeah.
No, they did
You're
crazy
totally right.
stunts.
You're totally
they were
right.
trying to fly.
You're
And that
right.
wasn't really being done.
No, he was like flipping onto
You're
the
right,
stage
you're right.
and
Yeah.
crashing.
I mean,
like,
We're
who does
doing
it?
Spider-Man. It's like, gosh, that's a hard one. It's like you don't have any VFX.
No.
Like,
Yes, no. That what did you audition for? Was it the Mary Jane?
Yeah. And then I got really close this past year on Stereophonic.
Wow,
That really cool music show
Yes.
that like took place in a studio.
Yes, oh
it was
my
like
gosh.
the recast of the second time it was on.
That was really cool. And a couple others. But then some shows like that never went, you know.
Nervous breakdown or something.
Yeah, they
I'm on
tried
the
to,
verge
it
of
didn't
nervous
go,
breakdown.
but they tried to do Women on the Verge of a Nervous Breakdown on stage.
That
which
never,
is,
it never went.
No, which is a Pedro Almodovar film that they wanted to turn into a Broadway show.
I do love when they do that, when they do like film into
Yeah.
stage production.
It never worked. An Amelie auditioned for Amelie, but that never really went out on stage.
Oh.
Maybe it went, but
Yes, I think that did go. I kind of remember maybe the girl
Short-lived,
from
I think.
Hamilton might have been in there.
Yes, you're
Philip
right.
Basu. Yeah,
You're right.
I think she was
So
in there.
you're big into
you
it.
know.
I lack the musical
you need to be doing
talent.
Broadway.
No, I can't sing, and that's my problem. But
okay.
I love it. Where did you audition for? Because at the time, all the Disney girls were going into Beauty and the Beast. Did you ever audition for that?
Never auditioned for Beauty and the Beast.
Everyone did that.
Hairspray, I don't think we ever auditioned for that either.
Wait, never. Because why does it feel like you did Hairspray? You never did Hairspray in any
No,
capacity.
but that
live.
feels like that was probably around that same time.
you could have been the Brittany Snow or Amanda Bynes part, right?
Ooh,
right.
It was
those are-
like Penny and
Oh,
yeah, that didn't happen. Weird.
Did you ever do? Someone did Shakespeare. Did I read that on someone's Wikipedia? Like perform?
One of us?
Yes or no? Am I
No.
not a film? Nothing.
No. Oh, well, maybe the Lears.
Oh,
That's
yes,
like a
okay.
take on King
Shakespeare.
Lear.
Okay, 'cause
Yeah.
I was like,
You're like, oh, really?
Okay, performing
but
Shakespeare.
But it's like an indie movie. It's not like Shakespeare
we have not
dialogue.
performed Shakespeare.
It's like inspired
Oh,
by.
okay, it wasn't like-
it's very modern setting. Yeah.
you weren't saying the exact.
No,
Like
no.
the Romeo and Juliet movie with Leonardo DiCaprio,
No.
where it was. I was like, that's.
You're like,
pretty
wow,
impressive.
okay, cool.
But you guys,
hilarious.
I wish that'd be cool.
was there because you mentioned Laurel Canyon and Topanga earlier? Did you guys you produced a film about Laurel Canyon?
We did.
Yeah.
And did you guys star in that one too?
Yeah,
Was
and
that indie?
Yep, and it took
Yeah.
place in the home we were living in together. So her husband directed it and wrote it,
Oh, so
and we
he's
started it together. Yeah.
And it was in the house that we were just happening to rent at the time. We were just like, we're gonna make a movie here.
It was our first time living as adults outside of our family home in the canyon together.
And you
as
all
sisters.
and you lived together,
for a couple years. Yeah.
and that's where you share the dog. Is that because you were saying?
Yes.
What's your
yes.
dog's name?
Money Penny.
Money Penny.
Love that. What is that named after? What's he named after?
James Bond.
James Bond, the
assistant.
The assistant.
From Miss Money Penny.
Oh, okay. I have not seen
not
a James
assistant,
Bond.
she's like
secretary.
I call her the desk clerk.
Right?
She's the,
Nice.
she's
Money
secretary.
Penny is great. I love that
Money Penny,
name.
Yeah.
And you share this dog. Was this in Laurel? Did you have Money Penny and Laurel?
We had Money Penny and Laurel, and I now have Money Penny and Bixby. Although Money Penny has been living with AJ and her boyfriend for a minute because
Yeah.
it's a good separation with my.
I lost my
with
dog.
my because AJ lost her dog recently, and so it's helped her kind of heal having a little pet in the house. And Jack is at that age where it's like he wants
He's
to
torturing her.
be like physical, and I'm like, no. I'm like, you're gonna actually. She probably will be more likely to be hurt by you than her hurt him.
right.
You know what I mean?
She has one tooth, so
Like literally, even just the other night, like we brought him in with Money Penny, and
bite
Money
her?
was no, Money was just like in Steven's arms, and he just like went to like grab her, like almost like head, like just like pick her up by her head. I was like, no,
like a stuffed animal.
yeah.
Yeah.
He gets
She's
really excited.
She's 16 now, which is crazy. So we've had her for a while. A
long time.
since she was one.
Half your life, yeah.
But my sweet dog, my Shih Tzu, that I had for 19 years, just passed like a month ago, a month and a half ago.
Oh my gosh.
And so Money Penny has been like such a sweet, like just recovery animal. Like she's really helped me through it. But Willow was my 16th birthday gift, so we just said goodbye to her. It was crazy.
So they're like our last. They were really our
like our
last two
last
family
remaining-
dogs. You know.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. How are you dealing with like pet grief, like losing a pet?
It's been hard. There'll be moments where I'm just like driving or I hear a song and I just start crying and I'm like, what is going on? And it's definitely Willow. Like it's definitely like I just miss her. I'm so used to sleeping with her every night. And since I was 16, like it's so crazy being 35 now and being like, where's that dog who's been like my like companion buddy for this long? It's so crazy. So we said goodbye to her on Martin Luther King. And I said, okay, this is the day, because I knew she was going downhill fast. But I did decide, so this is crazy, and I've not talked about this publicly, but I'm going to talk about it here.
I'm curious what she thinks.
I am too. So I don't like the taxidermy thing. It freaks me out. But there is a company in North Hollywood that's been around since the 20s who specialize in taxidermy, but 20 years ago they started doing freeze drying. So they freeze dry your pet for 4 to 6 months in like this container, and it sucks out all the moisture of the body. So they don't touch the organs. The dog is not opened up and then stuffed. Like the dog is as is, but is in this thing for 6 months and then pulled out, and you can have the dog in your home. And so I'm having Willow.
doing it.
She'll be back in my house in 6 months in a sleeping position.
With her eyes closed.
Which some of my friends are really freaked out, and some are like, that's beautiful. And some are like, can you hide her in the laundry room? And I'm like, yes. So I'm doing this for me because I didn't want to bury her. And I felt like that was going to be a second grieving stage if I had to bury her or cremate her. Because I was like, I'm so used to her being in my home that I'm like, I'm going to do this for myself, and I'm going to have her
And then if you
freeze-dried.
didn't like it for whatever reason, you could
Then I
always
can bury her.
Yeah,
but
But
like,
I was like,
try.
so yeah, it's
But
an awesome.
the work that this place does, I got to say, like, it's actually incredible. It doesn't feel creepy. Like, you kind of would think, oh, this is like weird.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much care that's put into like preserving the animal and
beautiful.
making them look like the dog that you always like loved. It's wild.
And I put her in a sleeping resting position, so her eyes will be closed. Like the eye open thing is kind of creepy to me. Like,
they can do that. They can put them in any position, any.
They have
expression.
to they said that the only thing they would have to remove is
they have
the
to replace
eyeball.
the eyes.
So it'd have to be
if the
something
eyes are
else
open.
if it's eyes
it has
open.
to be like marbles.
Does this feel like so like?
Yeah, how does this feel? Because your
No.
reaction's
Like,
so sweet and
Yours,
genuine,
like,
and
feels
some people are
normal.
like,
No, to me, I think that is so comforting. It's like trigger warning. Even like there's loss when people go through like infant loss. They have those born again babies, and they kind of or rebirth babies they're called. So they're like real life babies, and they carry them with them because they like need that to heal. So I think there is. It kind of feels almost something similar where it's like you don't have to fully.
Say goodbye.
Yes.
Yeah. It's
I
like I
think
know
it's
it's the
beautiful.
outer vessel, but it's still something. You know?
Yeah. I think it's great. I think it's amazing. It is cool what like modern technology will do and keep doing like, when we're older. Just that's why I never try to fear death or anything. Not that I want to be freeze dried, but like, I never fear death.
fair. I don't either.
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Who knows?
But it's like you never know what could happen by then, It's like they say Walt Disney's like frozen or something. I was like, maybe that's
I've heard this.
maybe that. Do you guys know anything about it?
I don't. I wish. You're like, tell me.
The channel.
The channel hasn't told us.
Like, where is that? Have you seen
Where's
him?
he at?
Wait, and you have pets, yeah?
No, actually,
you
I've
don't?
never had pets. So, but never had pets.
You
but
give such an energy of somebody that would have
Yes,
like
really.
like 20
This is why I
dogs.
wanted to tell you this story.
Wow.
Yeah,
funny?
yeah.
Well, so when you were saying
But you have 3 kids. You don't need pets.
Yeah, you're good.
I
got a lot,
well, I
so-
did have a dog, but that was the gag is I couldn't take care of the dog because I never had a pet growing up. An ex-boyfriend gifted me a dog. It was like this whole thing, and I couldn't take care of it. So I gave my sister and my mom is taking care of it, and still, but he's 6, and my mom recently shared this on TikTok, so I can share it. But he also is going through kidney failure at 6, and
That's
so
young.
yeah, and so it's one of those things where I never thought I would feel right because like I didn't have that like connection to animals, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it feels like a child. He could last longer, than 6
It
months,
could be
but
years.
yeah, and so we're hoping because he's still young, but you can just see it a little bit that he's not his like
Normal self.
yeah. So when we were talking about that earlier, I was like, oh, so no, but dogs are hard to take care of. I always say I have
a lot.
3 babies, and I think they're easier. Than
Honestly, it's
dogs.
hard. It's hard to take care of pets while having a kid. Like I think me and my husband have both said this. Like, wow, this is just an extra. It's another thing because they're little beings as well.
Yes.
So like they need to be loved and cared for, and it's just hard when you have a kid because they become your number one, and then the dog's like, what about me? Hello.
Yeah, that would be
It's
tough.
hard.
The transition of it all.
Yeah.
Well, where do you guys see yourself? So this year you're booked. In 20 years from now, because this has been 20 years since your anniversary of everything, music. Are you guys going to be doing music in your?
Oh yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
We'll
you'll
still be
touring.
touring. We'll still be making records.
Yeah.
We'll be
Maybe there's a
acting.
Broadway show,
Maybe
two-woman
there's a
Broadway
two-women
show. I'm
show.
done with that.
That's
we can
what
put
you-
that out there.
I see it all.
Oh my gosh, I
Let's
love
do it. That's the one thing we haven't really done. Broadway. Let's do it.
I love
it's the
the
one
like
thing.
energy too. The like that you guys are just excited because after like 20 years, some people like don't want to talk about the nostalgia or they're not excited. You're like excited for life and
we
excited
love
for
it all.
tour. And I
I'm
know
not tired by any of it. I'm like invigorated by it.
Yeah, and I feel like there's still a lot of things that we haven't experienced yet, like in our career. So I feel like that is hopefully like on the other side of 20 years from now, that we can say, oh wow, we really did do that. Like we did tour internationally at a point where we didn't know we were going to come back to music, and now we've done that. Like just little things here and there. I mean, we've done a lot of touring in the U.S.
Milestones.
We've done stuff like in Europe, but like we haven't hit Asia. We haven't hit Australia. So like there's
a
still a
lot
lot
of
of things on the
touring to be
bucket
done.
list.
Asia would be really fun. That sounds so great. Well, we're so excited. Is it places to run? Right? It starts
Places to run.
It's a few days.
Literally a few
First
days.
show is Saturday.
Oh my gosh. Go see Aly AJ on tour. See them on socials everywhere. This is so exciting. Thank you guys so much for being
Thanks for
here.
having us.
We
All
appreciate it.
thanks to TikTok for bringing us
it's
together.
true. Yes, TikTok does
Thank
do
you,
that.
TikTok.
We
Thank
need to
you.
make a TikTok if you guys
We
have
do.
time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right. We put this breakup 20, number 20 for you guys. All right, thanks. See you guys soon. Bye.